Roll it back.
Oh, you're back.
I just realized what I did.
See you next Tuesday.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Roll the Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 97 of Press Any Key. I'm your host, Pat Amberano. With me for the first episode of 2023 is my co-host, Mike Burke. Everybody give it up for him. And on the ones and twos back there is, how do you want to go by?
I can be Liz. I can also be Hey Gingy if you want to follow me on Twitch. I'll plug myself.
I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. It's not that I wouldn't. It's just, you know, I don't see that. You know what I mean?
You don't see your Twitch streamer right there.
Yeah. Well, no, it's kind of annoying. Every single time she comes and sees me in something, she's like, I just get so proud and I get so misty-eyed. It's like, yeah, but are you in, like, do you get, like, you're not supposed to be seeing me though. You're supposed to be seeing the character. Like, do you,
I just love my little Pat.
Get it? Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of annoying. Anyway, you could find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at pressantykey.tv. You can go ahead and find us on all those social media platforms. And also, if you're not listening to it right now on any of those apps, on any of the apps I'm about to list, you can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, literally anywhere else you can find it. If it's still listed as nerd shit, let me know. We'll get that shit changed.
We have changed the branding.
It's been a while. But yeah, so first episode of 2023, I was itching to do this bad. Bad. I got sassed from the podcasting community for not putting something out sooner, but it's the dead season. Thankfully, though, there was actually shit to talk about this week. Well, the first 2 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
So, first of all, main topic tonight, we're going to be covering M3GAN. I think it's been out for like a week or so already.
Came out last Friday.
I think most people who are going to see it have already seen it. However, we're just going to talk spoilers about it because we wanted to cover it last week. However, we wanted to redo all of this because it is all redone.
So much.
It's really all behind the cameras, so you can't really see what's happening. We want to talk about the sinking boat that is Ubisoft because that's fun.
Ooh.
There was an Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer. And we're going to talk about Harry Potter. Well, Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Which is marred in controversy. Like
boy.
I feel like the closer we get to the release, the more aggressive.
You think?
Yes.
I'm hoping that it's like everybody's gonna be like pissed off right now because it's like new games coming out this year.
It's almost tipping over into self-parody. You know what I mean?
It's already tipped over.
Yeah. Because I was starting to get the memes that are like, oh, you can't play this game. It's this, and this. And it's like, yeah, dude, I already heard. You don't need to sell me on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already getting those memes.
Right.
So, but all right, let's remove all the controversy. Let's talk about it as just a game, what it is. And I'm going to tell something right now that's going to make a lot of people upset. Actually, not as many as you think, but anyway. Hogwarts Legacy is Steam's top-selling premium game a month ahead of release. So the only other game that's in front of this right now is CS:GO, and that's
it's a staple.
It's that's just it. If it's not, then there's something wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. So but basically this doesn't come out February 10th. February 10th.
I think so. I can look it up.
No. It's okay. It's February 10th. Or February 9th, it might be.
9th's the Thursday.
Yeah, it's the 9th because I pre-ordered it, so I get the 72-hour early access. I wanted the early access. That was the only,
You're a beta tester.
Yeah. And I want to participate in the beta.
Day of patch that's like, we pulled out a lot of content.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the first game I've pre-ordered in a long time.
Do you get anything with the pre-order? Did you get?
I got the digital deluxe edition, so I get
so what happens with that?
I get like a mount. I get a broom.
Oh, you get
a hat. You know,
you get a Christmas hat,
a wand. You know, something to that effect, where it's like, you know, people can point at you in game and go, "Look at this fucking bootlicker."
He paid. You get the killing curse first.
Yeah. Yeah. You just
Out the gate.
smoke those goblins immediately. Just
Like, you were supposed to disable them.
yeah. No, you can't. Turns out you can't kill goblins right out the gate. But anyway, so Hogwarts Legacy is the #1 game for this month, and the reason why I think I want to talk about that is because in general, I think there is a conversation to be had around the future of the Harry Potter franchise in the film category, because a lot of people are like, there's no appetite for this. There's no appetite for this. There's, you know, the people hate its creator. It's this, it's that. It's
Well, so, like, I mean, the people do not like its creator, A. Like,
Yes,
that's fine. That's
that's
one
fine.
thing.
That's one thing.
But I think it's just because we've had all of the Fantastic Beasts movies, which are just shit.
well, yeah. I mean,
Shit. And then
listen,
it's like, oh, we have to change the villain real quick because
Yeah.
problems, and then other shit. Like, so anybody our age, I feel, that grew up with Harry Potter did not like any of those movies and has been, I don't want to say disenfranchised, but like, I don't give a shit what they're doing right now.
yeah. And I mean, like, it was one of those things where, I mean, Harry Potter movies are coming out, and I didn't feel the need to go to the movies to see them. You know what I mean?
I don't think I saw any of those.
I
in
still
theater.
haven't seen that third Fantastic Beast, which is weird because a lot of people tell me that's the best one.
Well, you know,
But that's what you get.
put two shitty ones out. And
Yeah,
then, you know.
yeah. I'm not showing up for the third.
I think I watched the first one on a plane, if
yeah.
that says anything. Like, and it was okay.
Unfortunately, the plane didn't crash before the movie ended, so I had to sit through that miserable
I had to watch
shit.
that bitch the whole way through.
Yeah, that was like when I forgot to update my iPod before I got on a plane with a sinus infection, and the only thing that I could listen to was the U2 album that they put on there. And when I said yeah, so I went like that. As I was telling the story, my one friend goes, "Sat in silence." You said you sat in silence.
Say
right?
it, please.
Like, nah, I think U2's all right now. Just like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Once you get through Joshua Tree.
All right. So specifically movies though, there's this conversation going around. The first director of the first film was like, he would love to do an adaptation of Cursed Child.
Well, it's Chris Columbus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is the Broadway show. There's also been talk of just them, you know, what are wizards in their 30s like? You know what I mean? What's that time in your life like? You know, your back is starting to go, but you still want to go out till 4 in the morning.
Shooting up the wand in your veins,
You
just
know?
whatever good can come through.
You took it somewhere I was not expecting, but if we're gonna go that way,
I was someone on Quidditch.
definitely one of the Weasleys for sure is the other twin.
Oh, now
the
he's
other
coping
twin.
with the death of his brother.
The other
so
twin for
he's
sure.
gone into wizard heroin.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I think they call that angel dust. Anyway,
Dragon horn or some shit. Like,
yeah, something like ridiculous. Like it's like bark of like a horse tree or some shit like that.
like no, that's opiates.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
you're doing.
I've seen that before. That is straight up fentanyl, my guy, and you are doing it. You got this from the Muggle world, didn't you, you sly motherfucker?
You went to the back streets of London, didn't you?
Boy, I hope
That's in the game, right? Like,
yeah. Fentanyl is officially wizard heroin. That's how they refer to it. Yeah, so Hogwarts Legacy. Doing fentanyl February 6th.
No.
9th.
No, I got it 72 hours
Oh,
early.
so you get it on Monday or
I
whatever?
do. Monday or Tuesday, whatever it is.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was you got it early on the Thursday to come out on a Sunday.
No. So anyway, that would be fucking crazy if they put a game out on Sunday.
Hey, man.
Okay. So anyway, this appetite for films going forward, and with everything going on at WB, they really need a win. I saw the 20th anniversary special. There's clearly still a passion for this material, you know? And I mean, I don't see why you couldn't just get all this cast together and do another set of them. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, as long as they want to.
Absolutely. I can't
based
see
off
why
of that,
a single you go ahead and you tell me that redheaded boy is gonna have as much success in that fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie as he is in any of the in the worst Harry Potter sequel. You know what I mean?
No, there's no more perks of being a wallflower.
That's what I'm getting at. Is that like there's absolutely an appetite. Like the audience is ready for it. Like I'm telling you, I think that they should turn this into like the next Star Wars, so to speak. I think they should do another set of movies. You know, they don't need to do 6, do 3.
We need a Harry Potter Clone Wars.
You know what I mean? Like we need a Harry Potter, sequel trilogy.
Right.
And then in 20 years, do another 3. You know what I mean? When they're in their 50s.
It's just going to be, Daniel Radcliffe is just going to be the new Harrison Ford, like moving forward. That's for all of these. That's what I'm saying.
And then 20 years after that, when he's in his 70s, he'll get murdered by his son on a bridge.
Have him play Dumbledore.
Exactly.
He'll be an old fuck. Let him do that.
Yeah. What? Nothing. It's okay. They brought out Dick Van Dyke, 92 years old. They CGI'd his head on that guy's body for Mary Poppins 2. I'm not joking about this. I know this sounds like a bit, but
I thought this was a bit.
But it really isn't. I would not just pull up Dick Van Dyke like that.
I would not slander this man.
However, I do realize when I said that, the look in your eyes looked like, this is a weird bit. Like,
yeah.
but it really isn't. It really isn't. They really CGI'd his head on somebody else's body.
I was like, that's the most topical bit I've heard right now.
Yeah, no, I did not just swing for the fences with Dick Van Dyke like that.
You can. We all have once in our lives. Oh, man. Yeah, you take that big old swig of water.
I'm going to edit this.
Oh, no. I just put the camera on. You just take it.
You're not going to.
You don't have to just keep going. So, all right. Anyway, though. Hogwarts Legacy, it's the #1 pre-order game. They said there was, there's a lot of this horseshit going around saying that it wasn't going to make any money. It's not true. It's the people don't care if, truthfully, I don't think people care one way or the other about the creator's L takes that she has. And I don't think that should affect the time and the talent that went into making this game.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think it's more of that latter part of it, because like, how involved was she in this? Like, realistically, how involved was she?
I mean, listen,
she's not at any studio. She's not at this. She wrote. If she wrote the concept, that's what I would assume.
We've yet to see her credits, but no Harry Potter project happens without her approval.
I get
so
that.
That's what I want to know is like,
but that's just
what are her credits when this comes out? And the other thing I want to, I think is another thing to point out is that like when I say that nobody cares, what I mean to say is that nobody, whether they support a particular position or not, that is not going to stop them from purchasing this and playing this.
Right.
The majority of people.
Yeah, most of the people doing this.
Because most people do not believe
associate
the whole guilt.
Does that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I am not this because I did this. Right. Because there's a whole list. Like, am I anti-workers' rights because I shop at Walmart?
I was gonna say, have you bought anything? I know it's not the same, but obviously, but like, yes, it's you shop at Amazon. Yeah, like where do you want to draw the line?
Do I hate the environment because I drive a car? You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
I know
we could keep going, but the point has been made. But
that's what I'm saying. That would be like, oh, I'm not going to see the latest Disney movie because Walt Disney was something like that. Like, exactly. As in like Walt Disney, how much was he touching those films at that point? How much is she touching this content at that
exactly. Point? But even then, my point was to jump off these numbers and talk about film specifically because I want more Harry Potter movies. We want more. We want more. So, and I think maybe when this comes out, Zaslav will see that and he'll finally get in a room with J.K. Rowling and be like, let's talk seriously about a new fucking Harry Potter. Like, and none of this Fantastic Beast shit. Like, oh, they're in his briefcase or like whatever. Like let's get out there and let's fight some fucking wizards. Right. You know what I mean?
Which is the most exciting part of this game. I like the old Harry Potter games, like, for PlayStation.
Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets was great.
GameCube was one of the best things I've ever played.
The first one, the Philosopher's Stone for like PS1, I like vividly, or the computer one, which you had to collect like every bean. I remember that. But like those games were fun. Big limitation was I couldn't hurt other people with my wand.
Yeah, exactly.
This game, I can hurt other people with my wand.
Yes. I can't wait to duel people because I have to imagine they're going to be adding
like a PvP.
They have to, right? Because they're putting in that dungeon. They're putting in the PvE dungeons.
Yeah.
And I have to imagine we're going to be able to duel each other. And not only that, there has to be Quidditch at some point, right?
There'll probably be Quidditch. I mean, this is the great thing about this is if the game does well, which it absolutely will, they're just going to DLC the shit out of it.
They should.
And I'm really interested how the combat mechanics are going to be, because if there's going to be PvP, like what's going to make it that it's not just like you guys spam clicking spells at one another.
Yeah, exactly. You know, maybe like a recharge or
a recharge or like a counter or a parry or
what do you want your Patronus to be?
Oh, do you think we get to pick?
I mean, yeah, let's say
let's say we get to
in
pick.
This instance, if you were to pick, what would your Patronus be?
I would want it to just be some like big fat animal that just like slugs around and it like doesn't do anything. It doesn't do the whole point of the spell. It's like though you wonder what was in that Danish kind of type of animal.
A big fat animal.
What about yours?
I was gonna say like a roach or something named Earl. You know, it's
like an inch running around.
No, he's a big roach.
Oh, he's a big fuck.
Yeah, he's a big roach. So it's like I'm gonna cut you so bad. Yeah. I wish I didn't cut you so bad type of size.
Those are some bad roaches.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, everybody. I'll be playing it on. No, I think we're all gonna play it on stream.
Yeah, because I know Nick wants to play that game too. Nick's I wonder where he's at in his Harry Potter.
Yeah, we're hyping it up. We're doing at least one Hogwarts Legacy, Hogwarts something per week till the release, and then we'll put out content after that, and I'll get to hear all your wonderful opinions. Which, by the way, actually, you can go ahead and timestamp this. There was somebody in our comments section who, listen, I am totally fine if you want to disagree with my take on a video game, or if you want to say that my take on a video game sucks. That's fine. But I'm just saying, if you're going to make fun of me, you better come to play.
What platform was this?
TikTok.
Oh, God.
On TikTok, somebody, and I have the screenshots.
Did they delete it?
Yeah, they did.
You made them delete it.
Oh, I burned them bad. They said something about, I was critiquing the facial capture in Plague Tale because it looks like shit. It looks like garbage. And somebody used my critique talking about my face particularly.
Yeah.
And then they said my glasses look CGI. So I hopped onto my personal account and I went to her page and I got a good look at her.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So I wrote back, his glasses might look CGI, but there's no faking that foot you got for a face. And I went back to see how many people like it, and she fucking deleted it.
Well, yeah, you murdered her.
Yeah, murdered. Like, excuse me, police. Like, I'd like to report a murder.
I like that she was like, your glasses look CGI. And he's like, well, I hate you and you're going to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm saying, it's fine if you want to make fun of me, but you better come to play because I will make fun of you back. I will talk shit back. I'm not opposed to jumping on my personal account and talking shit back.
Liz, let me log into yours. I need 3 people.
Yeah, really. All right. So anyway, speaking of talking shit, Ubisoft. Everybody here knows who Ubisoft is, right? Does anybody need a refresher?
No.
Okay.
We've all slugged through a lot of their games.
They were once a great company. No.
They were once when Xbox 360 was large and in charge, they were a great company.
Rich Farms remembers. So, Ubisoft, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, what else?
It's about their main shit.
Rainbow Six.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Anyway, big franchise, big open world. They're doing the open world Star Wars game, and they're doing the open world Avatar. Yeah, the Avatar game.
But I didn't know. I probably
we covered it on the show.
Oh, and Mario Rabbids, obviously.
Yes.
Big fan in the house.
And that's actually a Mario Rabbids is actually a big piece of news in this piece. Actually,
Ooh.
So Ubisoft is fucked right now, and that is putting it lightly. Basically, the CEO came out and said that the future of the company is in the developers' hands, which is a wild way to pass the blame off to your staff.
I fucked up bad.
I fucked this up so bad that you guys got to pull me out of it. Like, that was the craziest shit. But basically, what they're saying is that the Ubisoft has sunk to a 7-year low after slashing guidance and canceling games. Now, listen. Anybody could have told you that it was going this way, because did you hear anybody talk about Far Cry 6 after it came out?
No.
Exactly.
You heard it. Oh, it was released.
Did you hear anybody talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Despite somehow Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the highest grossing Assassin's Creed game ever with the most post-game launch, but it has the lowest player count.
How is that possible? Everybody just bought it and was like, "Oh, I forgot it's in my library."
I guess so.
Fuck.
So, and not a lot of people liked Valhalla either.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I feel video game companies, they never really understand like what we want exactly, and Ubisoft's a big proponent of that. Like, they were like, yeah, we don't like microtransactions, so we're just not going to play your games. So they're like, oh, you guys don't like the 150-hour RPGs? Okay, we'll go back to the action ones then. We'll go back to the... No, God damn it, that's not what we're saying. Like... first of all, nobody needs 150-hour in RPG. Cut that shit down to like
75,
100, like around there is good. Then what you can do is you can add expansions to that are like 20 hours long. That's fine.
Yeah, charge $10 each.
Exactly.
Make more money.
That's fine. That would be good. But I mean, like, dude, they would do shit like they would make a grind and make like a level set for you can't play this mission until you're like level 30, and they make you grind from 26. To 29.
And you're like, well, I don't want to play this anymore because I don't want to keep doing this bullshit task.
Their shares plunged as much as 21%.
Oh, God.
To a low of 18 euros per share. The stock later, it closed at around 20.49. Anyway, it's not doing good. It's not doing good overall. Specifically, what caused this was Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope's poor performance. That game did not sell well. The reason I don't think it sold well is because although I think it's a good game, it appeals to a very certain lane of gaming.
It's like, even me being a Mario fan, I won't play those games. Not for like that they're bad games. It just doesn't interest me.
Yeah, turn-based, like strategic. She played the whole...
She played all of it, right?
Yeah. Right? You played the whole first one?
Yeah, I would actually say that the first Mario Rabbids is probably one of my favorite video games ever.
Cool.
And you didn't like the second one?
I have not made as much progress on it as I would like to admit.
Now, is that because Stardew is around now, or is it because it's not as good?
I think a little bit of both, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Fair. One, I can't stop playing Stardew. Two... it's just like, I don't know. There's like some weird stuff. It's definitely different and maybe not for the best. I feel like the original Mario Rabbids, it looked like a Mario game. Like there was tiles, and maybe I'm just not far enough in. I think I'm on like the second world, but like it looks, I think they tried to make it look like Super Mario Odyssey while being Mario Rabbids.
Interesting.
And it's really, because it's really cute.
So they're trying to capitalize on Odyssey's
success. Yeah, it almost looks like open world. So like there's a beach one. There's like a frozen tundra. So it's like there's all these different spaces you can go to in there. But then there's more puzzles outside of like the original fights.
Oh, so they just tried to like expand the shit, but like did a bad job doing it.
I think they just went too far. I think if they had stayed a little bit closer to regular Mario Rabbids, it would have been fine. There's just like a little too much going on, I think, sometimes.
Made it a little too complicated.
Yeah, there's like quests, there's side quests, there's story quests, there's like... you open up your screen and you've got like 6 things you need to do.
And you're like, I don't care about doing any of these. And I also don't want to progress the main story because I have 15 side quests I have to do.
Yes, because like I don't like leaving an area if it's not done.
Yes, and then I'm gonna that's why I can't.
Would never beat Shadow of War.
I
beat Shadow of War last night.
Yeah, is that the first or
no? The first one's Shadow of Mordor.
Oh yeah, I beat that one.
Shatter and Mordor.
Shatter and Murder.
Yeah, I like the second one, but I finished it last night. But you can never.
I know you can never come. That's why
that's why I had to put it down at one point.
Anyway, so Ubisoft.
So anyway, the company hopes to cut costs by 200 million euros through the mix of targeted restructuring, de-investment of non-core assets, fuck you and your NFTs, and employee attrition. Holy shit, they're gonna fucking have the staff battle it out to keep their jobs.
We're gonna do a live code review.
If that someone just gets up and gouges out somebody else's eyes.
They're remaking Prince of Persia. Sands of Time.
No, I think they canceled that.
Fuck, it's on their website. That's literally.
Oh, they did? Let me see.
That's literally the only one. Like, I'm going through this list. I was like, oh, that looks fun. Skull and Bones, obviously. Does that get delayed?
So Skull and Bone was also delayed with this.
Yeah.
And its new release date is sometime in between April 2023 and 2024.
It's not coming out.
Well, the thing is, this game has been in development for almost a decade now, and that's because the studio they're developing with, by law, has to release that game. So this game should have been canned so many years ago, because originally
it's a weird contract.
This game is a spin-off of Assassin's Creed Black Flag,
right? Which was popular
10 years ago. And it has the same game mechanics. Now, I have only just played Black Flag last year for the first time ever.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like
give me Skull and Bones.
Everyone else would be like, this game's so dated. I'd be like, what, this feel like came out last year? Like,
it's great.
So either way though, that got pushed back. Because they need that. They need a win so bad. Apparently they canceled 4 unannounced games. The Star Wars game is still on the way.
Right.
The Avatar game is still on the way. The Assassin's Creed Mirage, Assassin's Creed, I think it's called Code Red right now, is the Japanese one.
Mountain Dew Assassin's Creed. Let me get my Baja Blast.
Assassin's Creed.
I want Baja Blast Assassin's Creed.
There's just a vein in the face of the guy the entire time. Hey, man, are you all right?
Just covered in Dorito dust.
Yeah. Why are you always licking your fingers?
Don't worry about it. It'd die.
But yeah, this one's, and then there's I believe there is, I can't remember what the third one is called. Let me look it up real quick. Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
There's Assassin's Creed Infinity, which is the MMO that they're working on for Assassin's Creed.
Sure.
Would you not try that?
Probably not.
What if it's free to play?
Even less likely than.
Boy, that's weird logic. I'm not even gonna try to fight that one. So never mind that. I can't have this conversation with you. Liz,
you can try. I mean, I think it kind of would be cool. Is like
you would, if you mean to tell me that if a free AAA Assassin's Creed, a free to play MMO Assassin's Creed, like made by Ubisoft, what the problem right there. Yeah. You're telling me that you wouldn't at least give that a whirl? You'd be like, yeah, I'll play with Pat for a few hours. See what it's like.
I'd give it a shot. Like, I mean, I think it could be cool, like getting hit contracts and shit like that, which would, I'm assuming, be other players and whatnot. But
ooh, that's actually
right. Like that would be the PvP. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna get a credit on it now. Yeah. They're like, did you hear that one podcast?
Do we have PvP in this?
What's PvP?
Hey, Ubisoft, do you guys want to make a video game? And they're just like, what's that?
Yeah. But like that shit could be cool if they really like amped up the parkour elements of it. So like running away and like you could like topple shit and like kind of like make it that whoever's pursuing you like actually gets like lost.
Oh yeah. You know, almost like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
But anyway, they have these 3 Assassin's Creed games coming out. The Avatar game, the Star Wars game, and Skull and Bone. It looks like those are the only ones that... Oh, the Splinter Cell remake and Prince of Persia remake, I guess, are still on the table as well.
Based off of their website.
All the unannounced shit has been canceled. That doesn't mean that they're not working on new projects, but I will be surprised if they bring any. I can't imagine. Dude, they have to be taking anybody who's working on anything new that got canceled and taking all of those funds and anything that they can keep and just moving it onto projects that they already have is be like, make this as tight as possible.
I would hope.
You know,
stuff that like they're actually guaranteed to make some money off of. Like, yeah, of course they're always going to sell an Assassin's Creed game.
And Rainbow Six Siege is their most valuable property ever.
Right.
You know, so I don't think they're closing their doors tomorrow, but I do think that if they don't make some drastic changes, because a lot of people like to talk about how like we knew this was coming. No, this was never talked about. However, I am, you know how I feel about Ubisoft.
Yeah, I know.
Ubisoft and I have a very abusive relationship.
I know.
Where
you always keep going back.
They put things on sale. I buy them. I play. I collect all the icons on the map. I do all the missions. I do all the upgrades. I hate it. I hate it every step of the way, but I love it at the same time. Because you know what it is? I like being in the open world, and I like, using your abilities. I like the Far Cry games and shit, but I'm not sitting here saying, like, remember we did Far Cry 6, and what was my exact, what did I say about that game? Do you remember what I said?
I think you were like, it wasn't any different than the last one. Was that?
No, what I said was Far Cry 6 is the junk food of gaming.
Oh, that's right.
That, like, I love it, but I can't. It's not like I'm going to make a meal out of this for weeks at a time. Like, I'm going to binge the fuck out of this for 40 hours and be like, oh, my tummy hurts.
I don't feel good after that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's what I did. I played 2 Far Cry games last year, 5 and 6. It was a good time.
It was great.
But yeah, they got to turn this around. So
it's all right. Microsoft will buy them if they, if they're going under.
It's just some strategies, I think, not from them. So Ubisoft, your list, heads up. All right, I'm about to fix your problems right here. Number 1, first of all, chill with the microtransaction. Nobody wants a single player game with microtransactions. That alone will earn you goodwill. Okay. Number 2, you can make other games besides for open world games.
They don't know how to do that.
They were definitely just like, what? What did he say?
There's
other games. And then I guess third and final, like most of all, is like, look, you can use one engine. You ain't got to use the same assets.
Well, that's what I was going to say with the open world. They're like, we have this done. I just changed the skins. What are you talking about?
Like, I remember when Far Cry 5 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out, and I remember being like, I was like, these assets look exactly the same, like the icons, the sounds, like when you go through the maps and everything,
right?
And I was like, yeah, this could be a Far Cry game if you change a couple things here and there. Now, I think when you're making a Resident Evil video game, right, they use what's called the RE engine, so all of the prompts and everything and all the UI, all of that shit should look the same.
Right.
Because it's all in the same brand.
Universe or whatever. Yeah.
Whereas, like, Ubisoft has many different franchises.
You just dragged a folder
They
over,
could
didn't
divert.
you?
How hard is it to hire 3 interns for 90 days just to change the fucking sounds?
Just make this a different color, please.
Like, come on. So, yeah, poor Ubisoft, but I hope they pull it together because I do want to play that Star Wars game, and I do want to play that, what's that other game?
Avatar, baby.
Avatar, that's right.
I don't even know what that's going to be like. I'm just imagining, like, a Tarzan game. Like,
I think it's first person. It's more like Far Cry than you think. And then
oh, that's true, because they would just reuse all the assets.
Yeah.
Like, we got jungles aplenty. What are you fucking talking about? And then from Assassin's Creed, what is it, Black Flag? And they're like, we got oceans. Like,
no problem,
guys.
What are you guys worried about? All right. So, Marvel. We're first episode 2023. They're already here. Thank God it doesn't. There's no Marvel TV shows slated to come out this year, right?
I don't think so, because I think at the end of the year, or like back, I think in whenever we were talking about it in November, they were like, we're moving away from the television because it's fucking horrible. Like, they acknowledged it. And I remember we talked about it.
Okay, Marvel Phase 5 begins in February 2023. So let's see. Okay, what if Season 2
That's a bit different.
It's a bit different. Secret Invasion, which I am willing to watch. Echo, Loki season 2.
Oh no, never mind. They did a lot.
Ironheart, Agatha, Daredevil. Oh no, wait, no. That stuff's in 2014. Okay, so it's really just Ironheart, which I don't even know if that's gonna make it. Loki, Echo, and Secret Invasion. So it's not too many.
When does Agatha come out?
It says late 2023, early 2024.
That's such a weird. That's a lot of time to put between this shit.
And also, like, why? No, did anybody ask? Anyway, so whoopsie.
Oh.
So, Phase 5 is officially here, and they're kicking things off, Big Willie style, with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. There's a new trailer. I'm not going to play it. We're going to skim through the stuff because you can go ahead and watch it. Pause it, watch it, come back, or you've already seen it. Just want to talk about some stuff in here that I'm looking forward to because you know how there's like a trailer, like I see these things and I'm like, I'm not excited, and then there's one that's like, all right, I'm in.
This is the third
This
trailer,
is the one,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. This is the one where we actually see like some cool Kang shit instead of him being like, you know, walking out of the shadows type of a figure.
Yeah. So I can also play this without audio as well. That should be a problem. So okay.
So they go into the sub.
I think the whole. All right. So like that is. I don't think it's a part of his face. I think that is like a mask, like helmet thing. I don't know what it would be for. You know, as far as Kang's deal is, you know,
I think it's kind of like Ant-Man has a mask. Kang's gonna have a mask.
Yeah, digital helmets or some shit. Yeah,
that's it.
So, I like this whole idea that there's this universe and like this tiny little bit of universe and everything, and like there's this weird like rules of physics and shit.
That shot was the shot that I was like, this looks fucking horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, can you hop back? When he splits into two and he looks like, look how bad that
how
looks.
Rubbery he looks over here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, that was so clearly a stunt man.
Okay,
that was not this. That is not the same person.
Oh, did you see his face?
That's not that. That's who is that?
You guys, it's just Paul Rudd.
I know, but
on a green screen.
It looked like it does. I totally see what you're saying. It looks like all like blubbed up.
Yeah.
Liz.
There's a lot of women in this world that can rock this haircut. I don't think it's for her. I'm going to be honest.
She looks like
I don't know.
Straight up wearing a toupee.
It looks like it ages her too.
I don't know why everybody gave me such shit when the first trailer came out, and I was like, her hair looks atrocious.
Bad.
And everyone was like, oh my God, you can't say that. Come on, Pat, but that doesn't have anything to do with her performance. I go, yeah, but I got to look at it for 2 hours.
Yeah,
okay?
But look at that.
I'm not being, okay, I'm entitled to comment on her hair.
We have an entire show of being nitpicky.
Yeah.
I'm going to comment on her hair.
This one I'm commenting on her hair. It doesn't look good. I'm sorry. Okay. This is the one that sent people. Are you ready? Do you see in the back? Did you see my guy in the back there?
There he is. He's right there.
Oh, wait, hold on. What? There he is. There he is. Okay, so for
Mr.
people,
Baldy.
So for people who are just listening, we've pulled up the screenshot of MODOK, right? Which, if you're not familiar with Marvel at all, MODOK, he's like a big face alien guy who's just like a little bitty body with like little arms and legs that just hang off of this.
He's just
he like shoots beams out of his head.
Big old jelly bean looking fuck. Like, that flies.
Yeah, that has like a little hover chair. I'm not sure what his relation to Kang is here, but here's the weird thing. This is what's his Corey Stoll, I think his name is. Yeah.
He's the bald dude. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this is the bald guy from the first season of House of Cards.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Whatever his fucking name is. What he wasn't in any. What else was he in with Marvel?
Well, that's the thing. He was in the first Ant-Man.
That's it. Thank you. Right.
And he gets shrunken down because he can't control his quantum particles or his PIM particles or his
whatever bullshit.
His boy parts. I don't know.
He can't control his nuts, so he gets shrunk.
He got blue balled really hard and
became tiny.
Yeah. So
he's back in this as A fish tank
I
man?
guess he is. But that's the thing is like, you know how I'm always like, the MCU borrows things in name only. The MCUifies things. Like, I think they MCUified this character because I got to be honest, I'm not super familiar with MODOK's like backstory or anything, but I know he ain't the guy from the first movie, and it looks like that's what they're doing here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, so, this could be one of the like. Because the whole thing with this is he's like, we can give you whatever. I can rewrite time. I can do that. So this could be like a fucked up jumble of some universe.
Well, I mean, like, so, okay. This is starting to come back to me now.
I'm remembering.
So MODOK is...
Patton Oswalt.
He became known as the entity of MODOK because he was a lab tech that worked at AIM. His name was George Tarleton.
AOL
and was,
Instant Messenger?
quote, an unwilling volunteer for the scientist supreme Lyle Gates, who viewed him as disposable, nameless AIM agent. The mental organism designed only for killing, MODOK, formerly mental organism designed for only computing, MODOK, was a lonely American technician working for AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics. AIM has made an appearance in the MCU before in Iron Man 3 in the form of the Extremis virus, Guy Pearce. People are orange. Their arms are getting cut off. There's a lot of screaming and crying. That one kid was in it. Gwyneth Paltrow, her vagina, whatever.
You know, Iron Man 3.
Yeah, whatever. Here's a picture of what he looks like, though.
See, he looks ripped in this picture. Look at him. Look at that arm.
Yeah. It's got a lot. And like he's beating the shit out of Captain America too.
I know. So and then this MODOK, this other fucker.
Yeah, and then this fucking guy right here.
Look at those little, look at the little sloppy legs.
So that's my deal here. Is like I don't know what because that is not what happened in that first Ant-Man, and if that really is him, I don't know if they're just CGIing his face there or what they're changing it or anything. There is another shot later where he has a mechanical mask on.
Yeah.
Or I guess a plate on his face because you can't really wear a mask without a head. I don't know.
What if this might be like a total joke, like not a joke, but like a complete misdirect.
That's what I'm saying. They could have just put his face on there.
His face is straight up. There's no 3D modeling to his face, like or depth or anything. It is
no, dude. Look, come on.
Right here, yes, but like in that shot back there,
yeah, and like
it literally is like if you just took a transform to be like a single static image.
You know, he's moving.
I know. Right there he is. But that doesn't look like the same guy. I don't think so, at least.
No, I can see it right here. The bridge of his nose.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see.
I got that the old lady sense of like, let me see you, Sonny. You know,
turn your head.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Humpty Dumpty.
He's very much a Humpty Dumpty looking motherfucker.
And then we have Avatar: Way of the Water. That looks horrible.
Like those sunglasses.
And then we have World War Z.
I mean, all those ants. You mean the
thing that World War Z was based on?
The thing that every guy who controls ants or bugs ever like has the power to do. Put them all together and make something
a big old thing.
Yeah. Now I'm back to 1 million ants.
I forgot about that.
Wait until they show his suit.
Ant-Man suit? Or?
Yeah, Ant-Man suit. Oh, no. Okay, so this looks like, dude, what are they doing with the string cheese thing?
I don't know. It's the same shit they did to
yeah.
Jack Ryan.
So I don't know why he gets betrayed, but Kang's suit, 1-to-1, straight up one of the best. Okay,
see, there's that shot.
That's the MODOK mask. Kang's suit is straight up one of the best direct translations from suit from comic to movie.
Yeah, because they actually like all of like a lot of these suits and a lot of comics and shit. Like you're gonna have very like bold, bright colors one against another, and they're like that doesn't look cool, that doesn't this, and they're now when people I think in the era that we're at with everything, they're like this is what he's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
People will accept him being purple, green, blue.
Yeah, well, you had to work your way there because I think in 1988 when they were making the first Batman movie, they figured out that oh wow, things in comic books are actually ridiculous and we can't put that on screen. So they just went with an all black suit. You know what I mean?
And now I think they're like, you know what? We're making a movie about some fucking quantum verse where they're tiny little boys and like you know, like let's give him a purple and green comic accurate.
The phrase
suit.
is small. Okay,
small little boys. This looks so intense too. Like that, whatever like climactic fight they're gonna have at the end.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah. See that? That looks really good.
I know.
That looks really good. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel any hype for this?
Like the first trailer I saw, and I think when we saw it, what was the one that played before Avatar? Do you remember? Was it the first or second one?
It wasn't this one.
No, obviously not this one. But whatever that one was, when I saw that in theater on a big screen with the audio experience,
you can feel it, yeah.
I was like, I am excited for that. Like, that's really cool.
So, according to Marvel, and I feel like they're saying this now to try and get out in front of it, they're like, hey, just so everybody knows, this is like a Civil War level one. Like, this is going to cool, change shit going forward for a bit. And everyone's just like, okay.
Like, all right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no urgency, whereas, like, with Civil War, I was like, man, what the fuck is going to happen? You know what I mean?
Like, that was when you could own, like, realistically, it was not as diluted as this.
Well, the other thing is this is coming off the back of Phase 4, whereas Civil War was the start of Phase 3, and that was coming off of Age of Ultron.
Right. But what I'm saying back then, it's kind of like you had, like, those movies sequentially, basically. Or, like, you know, as in, well, you didn't have 15 other fucking television shows.
Are you saying that there's too much, Mike?
I'm saying there's too much. And that's
what everyone else is saying.
Obviously. But it's because I think that's a good reason why I'm like, I don't give too much of a shit about this, because it's like, oh, did I forget that one show? Did I not do this? Did I not do that? Like, do I know what's going to happen? What is this impact? Do I have to watch Agatha after this? Like, it's that kind of shit where I'm just like, I'm not excited about the movie because of the implication of everything else with it.
Right. Now, listen, you know me. I'm not one to drown myself in those television shows anymore, because they are just
stopped.
Not good. Yeah. That being said, I think it's important that with the movies, you still treat them as separate. Like, you still treat, like, when I think of the MCU, I don't think of the TV shows. I think of the movies, the cinema, the cinematic experience, a cinematic adventure.
I wish I could.
The smell of popcorn and sticky shoes, and some fucking piece of shit is kicking your chair behind you, and this dirty ratchet whore next to you has got her feet up on the
old
chair.
Lady fell asleep.
Yeah.
Maybe died.
The guy in front of you is farting the entire time. Like, that's what I'm looking for.
Paid $15 for a hot dog.
Not eating Papa John's in my sweats in the comfort of my own home, watching the biggest piece of dog shit that's ever been put on film.
That's when you realize that you're the farting guy.
Yeah.
And then you have to take a long, hard look at your life.
You're the shoeless whore now.
When I go in the mirror and I look at him just covered in sweat and Papa John's grease.
Now finish that show and get up and go to the gym, you sad bitch.
Smudging the lipstick all around your face.
Is this after or before you shave your head?
Oh, shit.
Free Britney. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So I'm excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think MODOK's gonna be cool. I'm curious to see how they maybe this is a Taskmaster situation, you know, where people were like, maybe he's gonna be Mephisto. You know, I'm so glad that shit has stopped. You know, maybe people dialed back their expectations, you know.
That's when they're gonna hit us with Mephisto.
He's gonna hit you with Mephisto when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Now.
He's gonna be the post-credit scene for this.
I hope when they're like, this is the final Marvel movie in this canon. We're gonna make this movie, we're gonna take 5 years off, we're gonna replace all the creatives, and we're gonna start again. Right? If they were ever to do that, like ever to do that, right?
That's where they got to put him.
That's where they'd have to put him. Like, I mean, like, and the big bad is Mephisto. He's just flicking the light switch, you know? So, all right. Moving on here. Mike, how do you feel about technology?
It's pretty good.
It's a pretty broad question.
This is pretty good.
Oh yeah,
it's got its ups and downs.
You know, it's
the work output we have to do is exponential compared to our parents. So you know,
Yeah, they had it harder.
They had it hard.
So we should be easy on them.
You can go in the office, write in a notebook, balance some actual, accounting books, and then go home to your 4-bedroom house with 2 cars.
You actually had to get Janet those documents by 6. Or
she'd hit you.
Or the post office was going to close.
Yeah.
Then
you couldn't overnight that shit. FedEx wasn't real.
I know.
It was a good old USPS.
It wasn't real. It never existed. All right. Anyway.
That's what Ant-Man's about, right? Like retconning facts.
It's actually about saving the post office.
Is that why Paul Rudd doesn't age for these movies? Because he's like, no, we are keeping it old school and I will not change.
And I will not change one bit, God damn it.
That and adrenochrome. All right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Anyway, all right, M3GAN. So anyway, we saw the movie M3GAN. Now we saw it on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
And then we were gonna do this last week, but like I said,
it's beautiful.
We hung up some pictures.
Yeah. Well, no, I hung up those pictures.
Hung up pictures by cleaning the room.
Okay. There is I think there needs to be an examination of what was done in this room, and if we started doling out the awards, I think you'd be surprised.
Give me one of the pictures.
Who comes out on top?
It's Liz.
I think you'd be surprised who has the highest score. So,
you saw it on Tuesday.
But yeah, so we saw it this week. We're gonna talk about it right now. I have spoiler written down. I guess real quick, non-spoiler. This is exactly what you think it is.
If you watch the trailer, you've seen the movie.
And if you're into that, by all means, check it out. I laughed really hard. I laughed way harder than I was expecting. And I also saw it with a good crowd. I think that helps as well. I think if you watch this like with your dad who's like in his 50s and you're like home from school on the weekend.
I love Chucky. Let's go see M3GAN.
Yeah, exactly. Like he ain't gonna get it. I think this is better than the Child's Play remake. I think this is better than I think this is better or just I think this is at least just as good as the first Child's Play. Like the one from back in the day.
Yeah.
But the remake
was absolute dog shit.
Yeah, because first of all, hold on. Have you seen Chucky in the Child's Play remake? First of all, this motherfucker looked like this. All right, that's number one reason why it didn't work.
It's like a bad Cartoon Network special.
No.
And Mark Hamill plays him.
Oh, that's upsetting. Father, when am I going to go to the real world?
It's been a year, Daddy.
I hate this.
So,
oh shit.
Yeah, so that motherfucker be looking like that, and they thought that was gonna win, but no. Anyway, if I were to give it a score, I would give it it's for what it is, 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you why the movie's in the state that it's in currently. You give me your number now.
I give it a 3 or 4 out of 10.
Okay.
So, and we'll get into it when we're explaining this stuff. For a January movie, a January horror movie, when everybody just shovels their shit into the theaters to make a couple bucks after.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay.
Definitely not an 8. Maybe a 6 or a 7. We'll go 7.
Okay. So I'm not gonna do the math on that. But
it's 5 1/3.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not even a real number. But yeah. And even then, I think this movie's made the money that it's gonna make, and I think the people who have wanted to see it and who were gonna see it and who, even if it wasn't rated PG-13, were gonna try to see it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my point, is that this was an R-rated,
which was cut
serious
down
thriller that was very obviously and confirmed that after they saw the response on social media and the demographic that it resonated with, due to memes.
Do a TikTok dance.
Oh, yeah. They were and then they saw Smile, which Smile, I believe, hold on, let me.
You checking final box office for it?
Smile was rated R.
Yeah.
But Smile was made for $17 million and made $22 million on the first weekend alone, and then didn't have a drop the next weekend. Like, Smile is a fucking crazy success story nobody talks about.
Yeah.
Like, this wild concept that is
everybody who saw it was like, that was great.
Yeah, that was like actually really good. People really loved it. And it went on to make like close to like $250-300 million. Like, Paramount was like, what the fuck?
Like, we
put this out? Huh? I didn't even know we put this out.
M3GAN was 12 mil budget.
M3GAN was 12 mil, and opening weekend it made 35 mil.
Yeah, I was gonna say last I checked or whatever, it was close to like that.
And my whole thing with this is like, I just wish I saw the bloody version.
That all of my notes,
because Ready or Not is stupid bloody and is like campy horror comedy, and like think of like another stupid crazy horror comedy, Shaun of the Dead. Another stupid, crazy horror
gory
comedy.
As fuck. Like
Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, all of these movies are crazy, campy, and filled with gore. And when this movie's trailer dropped, they legitimately looked at the analytics. And this is real. I forget who the quote. I think this is Blumhouse himself said this.
He said,
his name is not Blumhouse.
It's Blum. His last name is Blum.
Yeah. I'm calling him, but
it's like David Blum or whatever.
They're going by BH now.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So butthole.
So butthole. I was thinking bunghole.
It's close.
Whatever.
Same thing.
I guess the butthole is a bunghole, because I think that's what a bunghole is. It's just like a hole on like a cap or like
a bunger.
So what did this guy say?
No, we're talking about assholes.
Liz, please. Anyway,
he basically
bungholes.
said, bungholes.
Okay. So he said like, we saw who it resonated with, and we were like, we got to get this down to PG-13.
Yeah.
And I think there's a longer version of this that exists that is much bloodier.
There is an unrated version.
Now, I got to be honest though. I think the cuts that they made to make it more digestible still make it a good movie though.
I think they don't, the amount of times.
Why don't you tell me why you don't like it, Mike?
I have a whole Pat. You really want to like?
Sure.
Okay, like I'll take the
give me your biggest gripe.
My biggest gripe is this is the most neutered fucking movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, they took the knees out of it. It's like that movie, the Woman King with
help me, I'm
Viola
a king who's a woman.
Viola Davis that came out this summer. That movie's rated PG-13.
Really?
But they shot it for R.
Yeah.
So it's like they shot this R-rated war movie, and then they took the fucking knees out of it, and it's like, I don't want to watch that then.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch the bloody...
Give me the cool-ass one.
Yeah, like All Quiet on the Western Front. Haven't watched it yet. Heard it's gory as shit, though.
Fucking fantastic.
And I want to watch it, though. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, so like that's mainly everything. Like it's like it was so neutered, and then they had a really kind of cool concept that they didn't utilize in any possible way that they could have done anything cool with.
What do you think about the singing? I laughed so hard.
There's a lot of stupid shit like that. I mean, like, so we have a robot that's also, everything is so tired and unoriginal with this. Like, we have a robot.
What?
We have a robot that's been programmed to learn, oh God, does it kill humans eventually? Like, do you know how many that's the oldest fucking sci-fi trope.
I get that. I get that that's the idea, but it's the execution of it that's fucking wild.
I just, like, I guess, like, I can go into, are we going into spoilers for shit? Do you want
we're in spoilers.
Oh, we're in spoilers, yeah. I thought at no point this movie had any momentum. It took 50 minutes out of 100 or out of an hour and a half to like actually get to kind of not even a climactic point, but like, okay, now we're like swimming. The first 50 minutes of that film, jack shit happens.
I can see why you'd say that because they really don't bring M3GAN out until like probably like 40 minutes in.
There's 4 killings.
Yeah. I thought the body count was surprisingly low.
Body count was low. Obviously it was, off scene. So like just not shown to make it PG-13.
Out of frame.
Out of frame. Thank you. She is a cyborg who can
not a cyborg.
She's a robot who can access anything, accesses cars to make them drive, accesses the lights, Alexa, whatever.
No. She can drive. Not she makes the car drive itself. She just knows how to drive the car.
I thought she made it drive itself.
Yeah.
But regardless, she can access virtually any technology that she can plug herself into via cloud. She can imitate people's voices. She can do these things and she kills people with a knife or the fucking the paper cutter.
Oh, that was fucking cool.
That was not cool. You have a robot and you're just stabbing people. Like you took the lowest possible way to kill anybody.
Are you looking for some Inspector Gadget kind of thing where her hand can turn into a flamethrower?
I was looking for her maybe to lock. I thought what would have been cool.
Have you seen Chucky? Have you seen Child's Play? The original one?
The original? Yeah. Which makes sense because it's Chucky, a little doll.
He kills with a knife.
I get he kills with the knife. He's not a robot of the future.
Okay, fair enough.
But I thought so when he kills the two people in the CEO and his assistant, I thought she was gonna stop the elevator or cut him in half with the elevator, doing all of this shit working with technology to do anything, and doesn't do a single thing with any of that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything too gruesome because I knew the rating going in.
Not gruesome, but I didn't expect her
the most fucked up part.
She punches she uses her hands. She's too tactile.
The most fucked up part is when she makes that one guy's ear like a fucking
the
little silly putty.
Yeah.
She pulls his ear off. And then, dude, when that fucking guy got hit, let me tell you something. Jason Blum and James Wan, they know how to do scenes of people getting hit by cars because that's their third or fourth movie I've seen where they hit somebody with the car and they do not skimp on that shit, bro. When they get hit, they get hit. They get
dragged.
Dude,
yeah.
Insidious 3, man, that'll stay with me for the rest of my life. They're just boosh, and you're just and I remember it was me, 2 of my friends, and then 3 other guys, and that was it in the theater. Up a couple rows, we were all cracking up, laughing really fucking hard. And the rest of the movie, I was did they fucking hit her with a car? They hit her with a car.
They hit this bitch with
a car. And
then
somebody was did you see that? I was yeah, bro, I saw them. They hit her with the car.
They're dude,
the rest of the night, my only response was, I still can't get past the part where they I'm still traumatized by that. She gets fucking wham.
She gets wham.
Maybe that's the problem. They started out with a good death. That was no, out of the people that we saw die, that was the best one. She rips off the ear. And because it's also covered up as it was just an accident at first.
Right.
And they set us up for failure because all the other deaths after that were
that should have been the catalyst. That is her. I mean, the dog is kind of the catalyst for her actually killing things.
Yes.
I mean, there's other really dumb shit too, the shed kill.
Yeah,
but it was dude, when you see someone take, all right, have you ever used a
pressure washer?
No, have you ever I mean, that was wild, number one. But have you ever used a nail gun before?
No.
You've never used a nail gun?
I've never used one. I know functionally.
So it's not just you just pull the trigger and it fires a nail, right?
Yeah.
You have to be pressing it.
Yeah.
Because then it releases the safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have you can't just be doosh, doosh. Yeah. It's just not how that works.
Rust.
And I have seen some people try to pull it back, but sometimes it kicks too much and that nail will go right through your hand. Even moments like that where she does she shoots her with a fucking nail gun and pins her hand to the floor.
Yeah.
And then she hits her with the pressure washer and all that shit. It's I knew what I was getting into when I bought the ticket for the movie. So when I was seeing that was I'm glad they put this is meeting all of my expectations.
I think this movie could have been really cool. I think it could have been really cool if they took the Megan herself in this could be replaced by virtually any other villain or any other kind of thing, and I think that's a big problem for me.
What would you replace her with?
Not even but as in that's
a dog, a robot dog, Pete the robot dog. He's like, Roof, I'm gonna kill you, something like
that. Where are my balls? Somewhere? But just as in it didn't have to be her being a robot didn't really add or change anything. And even if it were to be like what I thought was when they're starting to do the big presentation for like everybody and they're like, gather all these people, go get 70 more people. The press has to be here. I was like, sick. Okay, they're building up for like a room full of people going to get like massively slaughtered.
Yeah.
And then the elevator just opens and everybody runs out. I was like, you just deflated all of the tension you've been building up for the entire film. To me, at least.
That has to be in the R-rated one. Like, there's no way that they don't have this
So that's the
Gen
other thing
Z
too.
doll that can take over. That does not take over like an Instagram Live. A
That's-
TikTok.
yes.
There is an R-rated version that is coming to streaming.
Yeah.
Which was the original cut.
Which I'll be excited to watch.
Yeah.
And the second thing is that there is a sequel in active development, and with a sequel comes more money, so they are going to be able to really
M3GAN.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna. What did I call her, Liz? Tugan.
Oh yeah.
Tugan?
Oh no, I called the sequel. This is my name for the sequel. M3GAN with an H.
And then there's MEAGHAN. Like, she's a little more Irish in that one.
M3GAN.
But yeah, I mean, the sequel's also very predictable. That's what it's gonna do. Like that, the assistant stole the code.
I just want it to be rated R, more bloody.
Yeah,
like,
and like it can be cool. Like the assistant could have stole the code and sold it to a competitor. The competitor makes a bunch of them because that's what the competitor was doing and makes them cheap. So then you have a shit ton of M3GANs, and we know that M3GAN's brain is in the cloud because at the very end of the movie, so she just takes over an army of little M3GAN robots. There's your sequel. It's great.
or
That's
like
it. Print.
M3GAN
Like,
vacuum cleaners or something.
yeah, like literally anything. Like,
You know.
make use of the robot, please, please. Just,
So yeah, and I also think the budget limited them for sure.
yeah, and I think they got
Okay,
creative with that because
so-
they put the girl in the suit with just like the the
there
jelly
was a-
mask
There
on.
was a couple of that, but the robot that they had at some points looked really good.
Yeah, I
And
will give
the-
you that.
The special effects, the visual effects, that looked really good. I just wish it was bloodier.
Me
Yeah.
too.
That's my only complaint is that it does feel like it took the knees out of it, and I'm glad that it made a lot of money. I'm glad that it got memed. I'm glad that they guerrilla marketed and everything. Let me see what the M3GAN box office is right now.
Probably around like 40 something.
Let's see.
But like, you know, yeah, great for them. Like while they capitalized on what they were doing, I think that's just a big problem.
Worldwide, it was at 45 million. So
Are you looking US?
I'm just going to Box Office Mojo right now. Not Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Worldwide, this movie's already made $93 million.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
That's
killing it.
Yes,
Like,
that's literally 1,000% return.
Yeah. Right. Like, yeah, it's going to get a sequel.
It is. They already announced
Yeah.
it. But I just want go rated R. Go rated R. Listen, Scream 5 was rated R. It was bloody. It was funny, and it was smart. It was clever too, which I really appreciated. And on top of that, it was what's it called?
Good.
I mean, yeah, being good is one thing, but it was cheap too.
Yeah, it was cheap as
It
shit.
was cheap. They made it for $20 million, and on opening weekend, it made $25 million.
Yeah.
And then let's see how.
What we can make it R because, like, you know, all the teenagers that went to see
Yeah,
it
and
come out in 2 years, they'll be like
Scream
17.
went on to make 150 million worldwide off a budget of 20 million.
Yeah.
So like, come on, you can absolutely do that.
Right.
Make it rated R. It'll be fine
People will be okay with it.
as long as you make it good. You know, Barbarian. How much did Barbarian make?
I have no idea.
I know.
Barbarian was really good.
Somebody told me recently that they didn't like it, and I said they were dumb. $45 million.
I was gonna say that got no traction though.
It's weird that Disney put it out.
It's very weird that Disney put it out.
It's on HBO Max now too. They're like, yeah, we can't put this on.
Yeah.
What else? What other horror movies came out this year that the last year that we saw that we can compare
Nope.
this to? Nope. Yeah.
Nope,
no.
That's elevated
Nope's
horror.
more like Jaws, where it's like horror in name only.
We did Scream. We did
Halloween.
no. Just don't compare that movie to anything. That was trash.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yo, I really love that part in Halloween Ends.
Wow.
I made $100 million,
Even though it was on.
but they made it for
For
20
free,
million.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me check my AMC app because we saw like 18 horror movies in a row.
There was a lot of we saw like 5 or 6 horror movies in a row this year.
Oh, new phone. I'm not logged into the app.
New phone, no app.
Shit, that means I'm not either, which means I am fucked because I don't remember my password. Shit.
Well, you're in luck. You can reset it.
All right. So,
if you're bored, go see it. Like, it's quick. Seriously. It's an hour and a half.
It's a breeze. If you're there with a good crowd, smoke a little reefer beforehand.
Don't expect it to be much more than it is.
Have a couple drinks,
Yeah. There are parts that are funny because it's like campy, goofy, dummy.
I couldn't help but laugh out loud during the singing. The singing was
and when she's like
great.
playing like the piano or whatever, I can't remember what she's playing.
Yeah, she's like at the end when she's like in front. Yeah, it's a piano.
Yeah, but she's playing. I can't remember what song. She's playing like a pop song or whatever. Like,
oh no, that I don't have.
I think it's like Billie Eilish or something.
The choices of
playing.
songs were perfect. Though.
Yeah.
Did you get in there?
I'm trying. I'm locked out. I didn't remember my password.
Oh, that's it. She's done.
Shit. Okay, hold on.
AMC, please help us. Reach out.
I never saw the black phone. Okay, Smile. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Black. Was that Ethan Hawke in that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Scott Smile went on to make $215 million worldwide. Can't believe. Oh, X and Pearl came out too.
Oh, true.
Let's see. X.
Those were not my favorite.
X is 14. Let's see. Pearl was 9, but both of these movies were made for like $1 million.
Yeah, Pearl they made like on the budget
of
X.
X.
They're just like, can we shoot for another 3 days? And they're like, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. There's been some, but
oh, I never saw Orphan First Kill. I heard that was good. I didn't see Terrifier 2. I didn't see Hellraiser. Either way, I'd say these are the M3GAN is, if you're a fan of horror at all, or if you just want to go to the movies with your friends,
yeah,
M3GAN should be on your list.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
There's some Chucky references. There's some Terminator references. There's some RoboCop shit. Like, it's you get a little if you like movies.
But the cinematic experience is night and day from Avatar. Okay, all right,
better, so much better.
I saw Avatar 2 a second time in not high frame rate.
And you had a problem with it?
I did. I tried telling that to my friend. He was like, well, I wouldn't have known anyway. So I was
like, no, you wouldn't know.
And I wanted to be like, then I was just like, well, you know what? Fuck you, dude. Okay.
I bet you have
this version sucks compared to the version I saw. And I am going to say that with my chest because it's true.
I bet you leave HDR on your television.
Bet you have that fake shit where you turn HDR on by yourself.
Exactly.
Not where it's just like, oh, this content was made with it and everything in your signal flow works with it. Okay, we'll just turn it on automatically.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking poor piece of shit. All right. Anyway,
we hate you. You know who you are.
You know who we're talking to. You son of a bitch. Yeah. Take a long look at your life and think, why am I such a sad bitch? You won't have an answer. None of us do.
You could, Pat.
What just happened?
Why is the inside of your mouth so dry all of a sudden?
What's wrong, Pat? Why are you crying, Pat?
All right, anyway, clip of the week.
All right. Where's the button?
Oh, yeah, it's the clip of the week. Oh, it's the clip of the week. It's the clip of the week.
All right, first of the year, Pat.
I know.
I mean, Nick's not here, so we're probably not going to watch anybody die.
Yeah.
I mean, we are off to a good start with what looks like alcohol and a lighter.
Yeah, and that's also a martini class.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh, yes.
So,
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's girls' night, and we're getting fancy
everybody's
drinks.
on their phone.
We're getting fancy drinks.
Oh, jeez. It is quiet in that room.
Girls trip AC.
Play it again.
This
Oh
poor
my
girl
God.
is posting that to Instagram.
She's like,
oh my god, that video is gonna be fantastic.
Brittany, happy birthday. My best friend. Oh god.
I really want to see the video of the girl that's like filming it like this. That's just
full of fire. Yeah.
Oh my god, that poor girl. And wait, look at the other tables. Nobody is helping.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the air is sucked out of the room.
How often does that happen there? That these people are like, oh yeah.
It's like they set this camera up to know it might happen.
I want to know what. So
yeah, just let me play.
What's going on here?
She's eating her glasses.
Oh,
like what gets blown?
I don't.
By the way, she's literally engulfed in flames.
Look, there's the devil. Look at those eyes. You see those eyes?
If you were ever looking for the definition, or I'm sorry, the personification of
En Fuego,
engulfed in flames, this is it. I don't think it gets any clearer than this picture.
It looks like they're pouring like out of like with the like the little shot stopper.
Yeah.
Does he like squeeze the bottle?
Well, it looks
looks like a Kamehameha wave.
You know what it fucking does.
It was like Godzilla's atomic breath.
It looks like a seltzer can explodes.
Is this what you wanted from M3GAN? This is what you wanted from M3GAN?
My God, yeah, she should have opened up her wrist and done that. Like, why did we build a flamethrower in her?
Oh man, and then like she's really on fire for a hot sec.
Yeah, she sure fucking is. They're still smoking.
Dude, they both are, and I like how they both turn the same way. You know, it's like a dance.
Well, you're turning away from the danger.
Do the flame dance. And the girl in the gray looks like pretty unscathed. The other girl,
I think it's because her hand was up, blocking most of it, and this girl is like right.
The other girl doesn't have eyebrows anymore.
No.
Or a nose, maybe.
See, there's no. You couldn't find like a follow-up clip to this, like.
We don't do that. We only do a little bit of research here, Liz. We're not a news organization.
Okay. If you listen closely at the end of the clip, you hear her say, "Oh my God, Brittany, your eyebrows are gone." But thankfully, your muff is only lightly singed.
But you're all good.
We're all good where it counts.
Christ.
Here we go. See,
it sounds like he trips the canister.
It sounds like he opens a valve on a fucking napalm machine.
Yeah, like, and it's got to be alcohol, right?
Like, absolutely is alcohol.
I think if you go back to the beginning, it looks like there's something like in the middle of the drink. That's what they're setting on fire.
What they light.
So that has to be the torch.
Well, I think what they do is you set it on fire and you pour the liquor over it in the flame and it gets like smoky or whatever.
I don't know.
Dude, wait, yeah, go back to the very beginning. If you're a bartender, please let us know what went wrong.
Because
they light like a little thingy on it.
Okay. This girl sets up her phone because she's getting the whole thing.
And then it's like pours one drink, goes to pour the second, or pours the second.
Like what? Was there air? Like what?
Yeah, why are you using a like?
Oh, look, you can actually see the bar on fire. Like liquid came out of the glass.
Have you ever had a flaming drink?
No, I haven't.
Wait, let me see if I go back to where I got this video.
Yeah. I wish this girl would have positioned her phone a little bit better so we could see what the bartender's doing.
No, she was putting a hit out on this girl. She wanted to record her getting killed. She was like, my friend is going to die today. Snapchat. Thank you.
Okay. So,
be real.
So this is Burks. This is your...
This is what happens when you take a mixology class.
This is my M3GAN.
This is what happens when you take a mixology class from a urologist. Is one of the comments. I want to see...
There's got to be a bartender in those comments.
Oh boy, someone's getting fired.
Nice.
I'm trying to see... Dre cries. The Game of Thrones dragon.
Dracarys.
Dre cries. Dracarys. Dre cries.
You looked at me so certain that you...
Liz, laugh.
Liz, why aren't you laughing?
Please. Please clap.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I don't know, fool.
If there's any information on this. But yeah. Someone said this is what it's like being in the front row of Ramstein.
Nice.
what was supposed to happen here? Okay, I would also like to know if there's any attempt at a trick. This guy just flamethrowers a bunch of women that sat at the bar. The bottle's full of alcohol and fumes, and when he puts more on the sugar cube, it lit the fumes in the bottle on fire, which made them expand.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's definitely it. You can hear the hiss of the surging flames coming out of the bottle too. Was homie pouring absinthe, lit it, and then decided, hey, watch this? Like,
yeah, no, that makes total sense.
Okay.
Like he put it too close to the fire. It see?
Yeah. Oh,
it
you see
sucked
it,
up into the bottle
yeah.
and then just made basically a steam.
an at-home flamethrower.
An at-home flamethrower.
Yeah, wow, that's fucking sick.
Also, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I go to like hibachi or something where I know something is getting lit on fire in front of me, I lean back. Like I lean away from the table.
Hibachi. I lean away from the table. I'm like, no, let me catch that shit. Throw it in the air. I want to see you crack an egg in your hat.
Yeah, I used to light my body hair on fire for fun.
Did you? I'd believe it if you said yeah.
Nah.
Times was different. Did you ever?
I have
did you used to light
mustard.
axe? Have you ever? Like,
of course.
Yeah.
We had one friend who used to stab them and then put fire in front of him. Like,
see, he have all his fingers.
Where's
still?
that friend now?
He only has one kneecap.
Oh, damn.
And he can't turn his head. So
there you go.
You know,
directly because of that.
Not because of that incident, but there, he climbed the stairs of incidents. Went to the most ultimate one.
He fell down the stairs of incidents.
That is an apt way of putting it. I'll tell you the story after we're done. But yeah, my man Scarlett took a tumble. We'll put it like that. So yeah, we'll wrap it up for tonight. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us this evening on the first episode of 2023 for Press Any Key. Next week, what's on the
agenda?
What's on the gender?
What's on the agenda?
What's on the gender?
Oh, well, we got stuff happening.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I do want to give a little sneak preview
little
to you.
teasy boy.
Oh, it's a game night.
We got a game night.
Yeah. Oh, and
probably currently happening right now.
Last of Us,
episode 1.
Episode 1, which I will be starting that as soon as we're done here tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's literally happening right now.
Right now. Live.
And then so we got game night, and then we'll be talking about Dead Space when that comes out next week. I'll be streaming it for sure. So until next time, happy oh no wait, this drops on Tuesday. So never mind. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed your MLK Day and
the upcoming Lunar New Year.
And the upcoming Lunar New Year. And whatever else all you freaks out there celebrate. And we'll
well, yikes.
Whatever religion you have.
Yeah, we'll see you all next Tuesday. Okay? Bye-bye.
On.
Roll it back.
Oh, you're back.
I just realized what I did.
See you next Tuesday.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye. Roll the